Yo, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about Energy Web tokens, Energy Web X. This is going to be a new blockchain coming on to the Polkadot ecosystem. Now, you guys already know how big I am on the Polkadot ecosystem, and Energy Web token has seen the same excitement with the Polkadot ecosystem, and that is why they're building a whole new blockchain on that ecosystem. They're going to have two blockchains, but one token, right? So the blockchain we're going to be talking about is Energy Web X. Now, they recently announced that they will be going for a parachain for Energy Web X. Now, you don't need to do anything really to get into it because they already have their token. They already said they're going to be using Energy Web tokens EWT for Energy Web X as well. Energy Web X will be more focused on the energy sector. As you guys can see, the Energy Web is unleashing a blockchain's potential in energy sector. Energy Web Foundation has pioneered an enterprise grade blockchain platform tailored to the sector, regulatory, operational, and market needs. EWF is the world's largest energy blockchain ecosystem, a growing community of over 100 energy market participants. So as you guys can see, that is huge. Right now, they're just being announced. As you guys can see, parachains.info actually helps you track what these parachains are looking to do and what stage they're in, pretty much here, as you guys can see here, right? I'm assuming we already know they're going to get that Polkadot parachain. That is not something we're going to be too much worried about, but they're going to get it, right? So right now, if you go to a little article that has been put out by Blockworks, it talks about the reason that Energy Web is actually moving on to Polkadot and the benefits of Polkadot, right? So the ongoing transition to Polkadot, where Energy Web has applied to become a parachain, is designed to bake in flexibility to craft a Web3 as a service setup, according to Jesse Morris, right, which is the Energy Web's chief executive. The upside of Energy Web's pivot towards Polkadot, according to Morris, is to take part of the protocol's sharded security model, adding that one of the biggest benefits of injecting some Web3 tech into their stack is enhanced cybersecurity through decentralization. Energy Web has two main areas of focus to carry over through the Polkadot transition. Morris said tapping into Web3 technology to create a network effect for really big electric utilities, to let them have digital tools to tie together like the likes of electric vehicles, air conditioners, and electric batteries. The other is essentially to bring the ability for partners to track and measure renewable energy usage via Energy Web and Polkadot. Corresponding metrics for public traded companies have faced scrutiny on earnings calls. As renewable energy interests and usage in the US and elsewhere grow, becomes markedly and more important to ensure that energy production associated flows leading to consumption are supported by aging power grid. So they're basically going to be giving a Web 2 experience to these companies that are looking to get into, Web 3. Those companies can also click through a series of potential grid energy management and track saturations without cording, right? An understanding of Polkadot's tech is not needed in doing so, he said, right? So this is very big, and especially when it comes down to the energy grid, because when they had their AMA space on Twitter, they actually also mentioned that they will be using AI for these energy grids as well, right? This is something very bullish when it comes down to Energy Web token in general. Now we're going to be seeing Energy Web X for these Web 2 companies, and it's going to be highly focused on energy and sustainability. Now, with the insane partnerships that you guys see here for Energy Web token, it's hard not to see this actually blasting off and becoming a blue chip of a crypto in the future, because I haven't seen this many partnerships, especially with Web 2 companies, aside from Hedera's with their governing council. Energy Web token has some of the best partnerships in terms of energy in this space, right? And not only that, the fact that we just now seen BlackRock now, filing for their ETF, Bitcoin ETF. They had previously mentioned a while ago that BlackRock has encouraged that organizations such as RMI, and Energy Web are developing programs to bring greater transparency to sustainable energy usage in Bitcoin mining, and will follow progress around these innovatives, right? This is something very huge for Energy Web Token, because I told you guys they did have a somewhat of a partnership with BlackRock, and now BlackRock getting into the game for their ETF. I think there's going to be a lot more push for Energy Web Token from BlackRock. Right now, you guys may not like BlackRock, but the fact that they're even in works with Energy Web Token is actually very huge for the token itself, right? I want to show you guys the Energy Web X light paper. We got a few things to talk about on it. So in this light paper, they talk a lot about why Energy Web X is needed, right? So today, worker nodes are implemented as independent off-chain computation nodes that communicate with smart contracts deployed on the Energy Web chain. That is the EVM chain, the previous Energy Web token that we all come to know, right? This approach is effective, but it's more complex and labor intensive to configure custom business logic, synchronize nodes, and apply appropriate governance, such as defining eligibility requirements and service level agreements that worker nodes must adhere to. So the whole thing here is that the worker nodes, they want to make it more efficient. So by doing so, a more efficient solution to implement these worker nodes within a common environment where they can run independently but follow a unified set of rules is where Energy Web X comes in. So essentially, they're looking to make the worker nodes more efficient with Energy Web X. So for each set of worker nodes deployed on an Energy Web customers, or over time, any energy enterprise will be governed and anchored to a unique palette on Energy Web X. In traditional Web3 language, a palette on substrate-based blockchain is similar to a smart contract on the EVM, but more powerful and flexible. With this architecture in place, Energy Web will have a scalable way to launch worker nodes, each with their own decentralized identifier that anchors to Energy Web X, right? So you guys can see here, Energy Web X will be here, and these will all be the worker nodes that are anchored to Energy Web X, right? So that's what the idea of Energy Web X is, to basically make these worker nodes better. And for the energy enterprises to get access to the worker nodes, they will have to go on to the Energy Web Playground to deploy their custom logic here, right? As you guys can see, log into the Energy Web Playground, select a pre-template, and then deploy onto the Energy Web Marketplace. So that is a little bit about that. I want to show you guys their roadmap. Before I actually show you the roadmap, I told you guys there will be two blockchains in one chain, one token, right? You have the Energy Web chain, which is going to be on EVM, which is on Ethereum, right? And then you're going to have the Energy Web X on Polkadot substrate. Now, the Energy Web X is not to replace the existing chain. It is to complement that existing chain and leverage new technical capabilities, right? So essentially, Energy Web tokens, EWT, will be required to interact with worker nodes and Energy Web X. Most notably, Energy Web tokens will be required to deploy worker nodes, right? And then validate Energy Web X. And then you're going to have the rewards for worker node networks and operating worker nodes. So those are going to be the use case for EWT. So this is their 2023 roadmap here, EWX. That is the blockchain, right? Roadmap, you got Q2, the EWX testnet, marketplace alpha, Q3 you're going to have the marketplace beta, playground beta, and Q4 you're going to have the mainnet, and then you're going to have playground production, marketplace production, and deploy initial worker node networks. So this is all going to be happening this year. They're not waiting to 2024 or 2025 for it to fully be implemented. So it looks like we're going to have the mainnet at the end of this year here, Q4. So that is huge. Now, EWT is only at $2.71 at $126 million market cap, right? About 46 million of its total supply of 100 mil is out as of right now. So there's still a little bit of inflation to go. a lot of inflation, about over 50%, right? Its all-time high was $22.67. I believe this should be at least a top 25 crypto. So where would this put EWT if it hit the top 25? So if Energy Web token captured the market cap of Monero, which is actually the 25th ranked crypto as of right now, if it just reached the upside of that would be an upside of 23x, right? Where 1,000 would turn into 23,000 essentially. But let's say it goes a lot more higher than that, right? Just to about the market cap of Cardano, right? That would be a $10 billion EWT, which I believe is very doable. I actually think this has the potential to become higher than 10 billion, right? As you guys can see, that will put one EWT worth $216, right? An upside of 79x, 1,000 turning into 79,000. But you guys let me know what you guys think. How do you guys feel about that? Do you guys think there's a potential we will see that high of a EWT? As you guys can see, that was his all-time high, $22.67. In both of these scenarios, they go way past its all-time high, right? But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I'll check you guys later. Peace, YouTube.